The worst we've ever seen.
Preliminary numbers for Denver's overdose deaths are in. 522 people died from an overdose last year. 342 of those from fentanyl alone, the highest we've seen yet. Lisa Rayville with the Harm Reduction Action Center says that's frustrating.
We are really struggling with the grief here, and this is out of control, and this is simply preventable. This does not need to happen.
So it's a preliminary data, of course. We have a few, about 150 cases still pending, but we are seeing right now that we are 15% over where we were in 2022.
Assistant Medical Examiner Dr. Sterling McLaren says they see people coming in daily after dying from an overdose.
And it's easy to become a little bit numb to it, but we have a passion for the science and the work behind it, which is what keeps us going.
But McLaren says the increase in overdoses and the high number of fentanyl-related deaths aren't surprising.
But I think the bigger story that I think is often missed is that it's often polysubstance. So it's not just one drug, it's not just fentanyl, but it's a mixture of drugs that are contributing to death. And a really big player here is methamphetamine.
And Rayville says the way the state is taking on overdose deaths is making it worse.
Absolutely. I can't help but bring up the 2022 fentanyl criminalization bill. Right? Fentanyl drug-induced homicides making every overdose death a murder investigation, every fentanyl overdose death a murder investigation. You don't get the cartel that way, you don't get mid-level sellers, you get low-level sellers like friends and family members.
Rayville wants to see Colorado lawmakers tackle this issue not with incarceration, but as a public health crisis. Hopeful that in this upcoming session, they'll take action to turn this deadly trend around.
But there are opportunities for larger conversations. Doing the same thing over and over again hasn't been working for them. Shift. Let's push forward together in a harm reduction, evidence-based way.
In 2022, legislators ended up siding with district attorneys who had asked for a new statute so they could charge someone for distributing fentanyl that killed a person. The idea was to get those dealers out of the community. Now, as of August of last year, 17 people had been charged for dealing fentanyl that killed someone.
And not a ton of charges at this early point for just an overwhelming number of deaths. All right, Rachel Krause, thank you.